Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, drink a cup of water every morning. It's very important. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and greeting depending on when you're seeing this video and where you are seeing this video from. Yes, you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Blessing. Thank you. If today's your first day of seeing my face, please click the red subscribe button and join this family. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you and you know it. Yes, today we're talking about top 10 silent relationship killers. Yes, you go say, Blessing, you have carried your own and come again. Yes, I talk about them because they are causing problems for us every day in our relationship, and we just ignore them. Make it be. No, you have to be happy in that relationship. Your relationship must succeed. So listen, the first one we have here: top 10 silent relationship killers. The first one we have here is harboring bitterness. Harboring bitterness. In a relationship, when two people are involved in a relationship, one person must offend the other. If I'm not offending my husband is offending me. Something must happen between us that will cause, problems, misunderstanding. But there are some people that are very good in harboring bitterness. Maybe your husband offended you, your wife offended you, and that person have already asked you for forgiveness, and you have already said, I've forgiven you. But you still have this bitterness deep inside your heart. It's still there. Whenever that person makes any mistake, you get to remember everything the person have done. Whenever the person annoys you, you still remember that incident. You harbor this bitterness inside you. You sleep on the bed with this person. You eat together. Most of you even bathe together, do everything together, but you still harbor bitterness for something that maybe happened a long time ago. You have not forgiven your husband. You have not forgiven your wife. Please, let's take it out of our lives. As long as relationship is concerned, there must be misunderstanding, there must be troubles, there must be fights. But that your ability to forgive and move on makes relationship sweet. So do not harbor bitterness towards your partner. Do not harbor bitterness towards your husband or your wife. That is number one silent killer. And most women are particular with this. Yes, a woman can tell you she has forgiven you, but that thing you did is in her heart, and she can hardly forget it. She can hardly forget that thing you have done. It keeps boiling in her heart. It keeps boiling and boiling and boiling in her heart. She keeps piling up this thing in her heart. Please, let's do away with that. Number two is not talking about sexual desires. Yes. I don't know about any other part of the world, but the part of the world where I'm talking from, yes, I'm a Nigerian. The part of the world I'm talking from is a place where women have been sidelined to the level of a woman cannot really express her sexual desires. Like, you made love with your husband and there are some things that you expect him to do when people are in your bed. There are some intimate things that you expect your husband to do with you. There are some desires you have. Like most people are doing, like there are some desires they claim for, they have for sex, but they don't say it. Yes, they are shy, intimidated. Maybe they'll say, this man will say I'm spoiled, or this woman will say I'm too spoiled, this and that. They will give you excuses why they should not make their sexual desires open to their partners, which I do not understand. He or she is your partner. Your bed is your intimate ground. You should enjoy it. See, I don't get it, but if I do not enjoy sex with my husband, who should I enjoy it with? I'm not a pervert. The fact that I love it when you give me good sex doesn't mean I'm a pervert. Yes, be able to express yourself. A man, tell your woman what you need from her on bed. Not that you be an extremist, you be like demanding crazy things, but satisfy your sexual desires. Because the moment a man or a woman doesn't get what he or she wants when it comes to sex with the partner, that person has every tendency to go out to look for that thing, and maybe to express him or herself with someone that is not shy with someone that he is free with. So be free with your partner, male or female. Be free. Husband, be free with your wife. Wife, be free with your husband. That way you can express your sexual desires and be happy. The next one is number 3. When there are no surprises. Remember when we were dating? In the days of dating, what do you think make dating so sweet? When you meet a man newly or you meet a woman newly, what makes it so interesting? Why? Because of you get to know this person every day. You get to know the side of this person that you don't know before. It's interesting, it's intriguing, getting to know someone. And we always receive surprises. Surprise gifts, surprise outings, surprise different kinds of surprises. But when we get to know each other better, maybe when we get to live together, that element of surprise is out. You can't surprise your spouse with anything. You can't give your husband or your wife a surprise gift, a surprise date, a surprise sex, anything. Just give your spouse lots of surprises, because lack of these surprises makes our relationship so boring. Create time. I keep talking about time because I know that time is always a problem in this part of the world I'm living. Create time to surprise your spouses. Create time to surprise your spouses. It can be a surprise gift, surprise outing, surprise date, surprise sex, surprise any kind of a surprise. Buy a new lingerie, surprise your partner. Surprise. It makes the relationship what? Exciting. It makes the relationship exciting. Now, number 4, silent killer of our relationship is taking for granted. Taking for granted. When you take your partner for granted, when we start staying with each other for time, after a while, we just take each other for granted. Those things you do for your partner, I don't do them anymore. Those kind of lifestyle you used to live that attract your partner, I don't do them anymore. You take your husband for granted, you take your wife for granted, you just behave anyhow you like. It can destroy the relationship. Work on it. Then number 5 is uncomfortable silence. When there's trouble between husband and wife, when there's a fight, when there's trouble, when something is not going the way it's supposed to go, people have a problem. You see one party will just switch off. And they call and switch off. Just switch off. Bam. Uncomfortable silence. And I don't like it. It doesn't go down well with me at all. Uncomfortable silence. You will see that the person will just go off. He or she wouldn't want to talk about it anymore, the issue on ground. You wouldn't want to discuss about what is happening. The person will just switch off. This can damage your relationship. This can damage your relationship. Work on it. The next one, number 6, is it's more about I than we. My job, my money, my this, my that, my this, I that one, I this. You are not single for Christ's sake. You are married or in a relationship. It should be more of we. When you want to make a decision, consider we. When you want to do something, consider we. When you want to go do something that you know is going to affect both of you, don't just think about yourself. Think about the both of you. What the consequences will be for the both of you. I don't know. Most people always are selfish. Let me use that word, selfish. I don't know if I would say that word is strong. I know it's strong. But selfishness is not good. In everything you do, you're selfish and self-centered. It's not nice. All you talk about is you. Oh, it's always about you. You don't think about your partner. The food you made in the house is your choice. The kind of curtains you have is your choice. The kind of furniture is your choice. The kind of everything is your choice, which is very wrong. Very wrong. When you're in a relationship, do not personalize everything. Please let it be more of we than I. Number 7. This is supposed to be number 1. Number 7. But why I made it number 7 is that I have been talking about this on this channel. There are some videos in this channel that you can go and listen to. Poor communication. We have a poor communication. Very poor communication is very bad. I always tell people something. I am not a relationship expert. Like. I just like talking about relationships. I like sharing my experience about relationship, about parenting, about things I see every day. That's why I say if I see something outside, I bring in here, and it's an opportunity for more people to see what I've experienced. People will learn from it. I keep telling people that communication is the bedrock of a relationship. Learn to talk about everything. Poor communication is a silent killer of relationships. Learn to talk about everything. It is important for you to learn to talk about everything. Everything is, I don't say one, I say everything. Because when you learn to talk about everything in a relationship, it works. Try it. Then we have number 8, lack of trust. 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 If you don't trust your partner, how can you be happy? Trust, lack of trust is what? A silent killer. It's very dangerous. When you don't trust your partner, when you're always assuming, you think you know everything about your partner, you think you can read your partner's mind, you don't trust your partner, always assuming one thing or the other. You do not trust your partner. You're always assuming. Please learn to trust your partner, because lack of trust is a silent killer. Then we now have unmet expectation. Most times when we get married, we have these expectations, things that we think that the minute we get married, we will start having, we will see, we will get. Most ladies get married because they say, when I get married, my husband will take care of me, take care of my family, put me through school, buy me a car, open a business for me. There are so many expectations. Most of these expectations are not realistic. They are not realistic because Most times the man doesn't even have the means to meet these expectations. When your expectations are not realistic, it can destroy your relationships. When these expectations are not met, please, your marriage is not your meal ticket. Your marriage, your relationship is not your meal ticket. Relationship, God, it's not your meal ticket. Because all this unmet, unrealistic expectation can destroy a relationship, because you think that the man will have a room in his house where there is money filled up, will be given to you every day. Or there are so many things. Some people think, oh, if I get married, this issue of me not having sex, I'll be having sex every day. And you get married to someone that doesn't want to have sex every day. There are so many unmet expectations in a relationship. So please cut down on your expectations so that the relationship will not be destroyed, because nobody is perfect. Thank you. Then the last one for today, that especially our men folks hate, is comparison. Had it been a married Mike, maybe I'll be driving an SUV by now. Maybe I'll be living in Dubai by now. Had it been a married John, maybe I'll be in a government house now. He's now a governor. You compare Adibina marry, you compare your partner with people. Adibina married Angela. You see, Adibina married Angela, would have 10 children by now. Now I married this girl, no child. Adibina married Nkechi, will be in a government house by now. Unnecessary comparisons. All fingers are not equal. If you look at these fingers, they are not equal. Destinies are not the same. Life is not the same. No two persons can be the same. To stop that comparison, because nobody likes it. I cannot take it if my husband compares me with another woman. No, can my husband stand it if I compare him with another man? Please, these 10 things we have mentioned today, look into it. Save your relationship. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video so that so many other people can see it and also learn from it. I love you and you know it. Bye.